friends, welcome back. This is kind of our makeover episode for Summerville. I'll be doing my overview and 15 years later thing in the next episode, so this is also just kind of going to be my opinions on the households as well. Let's start with the Marley household. I really like this household. I think it's a pretty standard setup for custom neighborhoods that I've seen, to have at least one single parent hanging out in the neighborhood. Having the recent widower thing with a family sim, 2 kids. Not anything unusual, but it's nice to have, because then you have obviously marriage options. It's a bit of a different dynamic than the typical married couple with kids kind of thing. I do like Ben. I think he's interesting that he's a pleasure family sim who is really ready for round 2 in terms of marriage. I tried to keep his look similar. He had that kind of curly floppy hair. I wanted him to have a dad outfit. I was trying to think of the best way to describe that, but dad outfit I think is appropriate. And yeah, he's an attractive sim. I didn't have to do too much to him, although now he looks like Mercutio from the Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio. Not on purpose, but there you go. So Chris, since he's a sports sim, I kind of put him in it looks like a soccer outfit or something like that. I gave him braids because it's more appropriate for his, and it looks better. He had braids before and like a headband, but this looks so much better. He looks amazing. He's super cute. And then Kelly, I think the princess theme was taken a little bit too far with her, so I've got her in her very best Clueless outfit, and she's got braids as well. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with their makeovers. I think in terms of the family, I really like the way that the rooms are decorated, which I can say for all of the households. I like that there is something to go on. Like, he has the smaller room because he's a little bit older. She's got her little princessy pink room. Dad's room's a little bit more plain. I didn't notice he had the 3 different colors on his wall, like the Jamaican flag, I want to say. I could be wrong. But yeah, I like that they kind of have a beat up car. Their house is not super updated because he's struggling a little bit, but it's also not a Darren Dreamer where he's just off in his own little world. He is working. He does want to do better. He's just a little stuck. So you'll have to see where I take this little family, because I've decided it's going to be 15 years in the future is when we're going to see everybody. It was going to just be like an overview, but I decided to combine the overview with the makeovers. Otherwise it'd be pretty short. And yeah, we'll just do the feature episode next time. I like this little neighborhood of starter homes. It's always nice to have options for starter homes. I think having the Marley family in this kind of cheaper neighborhood makes sense. I like that they're near the park. If I had more time with them, I probably would have taken them. My plans were to take everybody to community lots, but I got so invested in the families that it just didn't happen. So yeah, I think being near the pool and the park is going to be really helpful for them as a small family in a tiny house. They can go out and do things. I mentioned it before when I did the first video, I don't like having all the restaurants in a row and all the community lots in a row. I like the way they look, obviously, because they all kind of look cohesive, but I didn't like the fact that it's all 4 restaurants. I wish some of the restaurants were mixed up a little bit. I also, with the farming items that we see as neighborhood deco, I don't really understand how that ties in, because in none of the lore it mentions this used to be a farming town, so that also was kind of odd to me. It seems more like a mountain town. But anyways, let's check out the Summer family next, just because they're kind of the big kahunas. Also, sorry if you can hear my washer and dryer going. I'm kind of in a time crunch to get all these recorded, and I do need to do laundry for my trip, so I'm always scared to shut that door because I'm worried something will make a noise and I won't hear it. Alright, so for the summer household, we of course have Dad Carol, Mom Elizabeth, and then Victoria and William. Carol, I gave him the same hair, but I also put some facial hair on him. Carol, why would you go where I cannot see you? Come over here. So yeah, I gave him some facial hair. I got him out of that suit as well. Yes, he's the mayor, but he doesn't have to be in the mayor's suit. And yeah, I think he looks fine. I don't have anything against Carol. I mean, he did marry a lesbian, but we don't know if that was on purpose, and well, we'll have to see what happens to them. Now, Elizabeth, I already knew what I was going to put her in pretty much right away, but her hair, I struggled so much because I don't have a lot of short hairs. I almost broke and gave her a longer hair. I also think it's interesting that she has brown eyebrows, almost like she dyes her hair. The creator, though, I noticed gave all the blondes dark eyebrows. I did some changing with that, but for this particular family, I did keep the dark brows, like she dyes her hair blonde, which leads to the implication that she also has her daughter dye her hair blonde. I also kept her necklace on. I like the idea that she maybe got it from Camilla, because it doesn't really suit her style, but it's like a reminder. And then she's just got a nice sweater dress, boots. It's a cute outfit, and I was able to keep her hair short like she had. Also, the updated makeup, so much better. She's a really pretty sim. So Victoria, who has decided to look at the fish. Go over here. Victoria was just in a basic teen outfit, and I kind of wanted to keep that. Like, I feel like she leans in a bit more when it comes to being like the mayor's daughter. She tries to make her dad proud, even though she's more interested in art. So I just put her in a basic outfit. I love this hair because her hair was like slicked back with a bun, but there's a little teddy bear and a clip, and yeah, and I also gave her some moles because that wasn't something that they would have had an option to do, and I just think they really suit her. But the little bear gives me life. And yeah, I think she's really cute. William is more rebellious. He's also stuffing his face. Can you go over here, please? We're trying to see what you look like, buddy boy. I don't think he cares. Yep, don't think he cares at all. This is, yeah, exactly how I see William. So he's a drummer. He's really into music. I just kind of gave him a typical teen outfit, but I want to say something that I could see like a drummer wearing. Drives me nuts that he doesn't have socks on, but oh well. I kept his hair kind of the same. I just made it a little floppier. I think he had that bouffant kind of hairdo before. And yeah, that is how I envision William. We'll have to see where this family is in the 15 years in the future, because by then William will be an adult, and so will Victoria, so we'll see what their choices end up being. We'll see if Elizabeth stays with her husband, if they end up having this make it all better baby or not. We'll have to see. As an aside, I just want to say having a puppy is so much like having a toddler. I had no idea. I had my puppy out for close to 2 hours, and that's probably the longest he's been unsupervised, but I could hear him starting to get cranky at my dog. Like, he was being way more fussy with her, and he was kind of growling at her. I had to put him down for a nap. I had to put my puppy down for a nap, and he whined about it, and then he finally he passed out and went to sleep. But like, that is as close as I think I want to get to a toddler. And it's so ridiculous. And I also had to childproof my stove because the dog accidentally turned it on, and I'm just like, what is happening to my life? I don't want to be a dog mom in the sense of like being annoying about it, but I think I am. All right, here is the Spell family. Now, Stephen Spell is a writer. He just got engaged to Helen. I wanted to give him, because he was in a robe, which is ridiculous, but I still wanted to give him a ridiculous outfit. So like, I gave him this kind of ensemble. I could see Helen updating his wardrobe, but still wanting to keep, you know, his general fashion sense. I had to change his glasses because they were clipping through his nose. And I gave him kind of a bit more of a floppy hairdo, some stubble. I think it's a vast improvement without completely changing who he is as a character. That was the main thing, is like, I didn't want them to look completely different. I just wanted to look like they're the CC version of themselves. So like what they could have looked like if the creator decided to use CC, which Obviously, I'm glad they didn't because it allows me and anybody else who downloads it a chance to kind of make them our own. That said, I do like that the Spell family is by the cemetery. Since they're wealthy, that they're near the summer house, I almost like the idea of the Spell family being the oldest family in the area, even though it's called Summerville and maybe it's named after the Summer family. I like the idea of the Spell family being the oldest one because their house looks like the oldest, being by the cemetery, like, it makes sense. Yeah, but back to what I was saying, like, I never want to completely change, like, when I do a makeovers, I really try to still keep the same hair length, the same hair color, unless it's like a punk sim and then I want to give them a little bit of color. I really try to stay within the lines of what I'm presented with so that it's still a similar product even today you recognize who that sim is. I know some people do makeovers and completely change the sim, and that's fine. That's just, this is the way I like to do it. So this is Heidi's new look. I still wanted her to be in pink and to be really glowy. I paused it actually at this point because I gave her a gap tooth because I thought it was adorable. But yeah, I wanted her to just be really feminine, but really fashion. And I love this dress. So, and I gave her longer hair, changed out her makeup. I also gave her more platinum blonde. I left her brows as brown because I feel like she would darken them with a pencil. But I noticed Helen had dark brows as well, and Helen doesn't strike me as the type of woman who would full-on dye her hair just to keep up with trends or whatever. And I'd prefer that them be natural blondes anyways. I think that their genetics are. So I changed her brows to blonde. Again, finding a short hair was a nightmare, but I think I successfully did it. Please ignore all the flies. I kept her earrings. And I put her just in like a sweatsuit outfit because I don't think she cares. Like, I think her sister cares and it drives her bananas that her sister won't dress up. But I think she wants to look presentable, be comfortable, be able to be active. And yeah, so that's what I chose for Miss Helen. And I think it really suits her. I think they both still look like themselves. And that makes me happy, even though Heidi broke the shower because I made her shower while I was doing makeovers and she broke it. So we'll have to see where they end up. They are both now engaged, so we'll see if they stay with their partners or not. Obviously, it was kind of set up to be a little dramatic with Mr. Criminal over here. This neighborhood seems like it's a bit older and more established. The houses are a little bit more expensive, but still reasonable. I don't like all the bonds. I mean, I did originally. I thought it was kind of cool, but like, in retrospect, it doesn't really fit, and Kaya's not super wealthy, so I don't know how she would bring all these rare trees kind of thing. So I don't really like that aspect of the neighborhood deco. But it's okay, because I love Kaya. I think Kaya might be my favorite. I'm not sure. Yeah, she's my favorite. I'm not even gonna lie. Out of all the Sims that I played, I just really like the prima ballerina who's kind of a little in over her head with partying because she's so young. She doesn't really know. Maybe she didn't party in college because she was so focused on ballet that now it's kind of becoming a problem for her. I kept the little red dress. I just kind of updated it a little bit. It's actually a little bit shorter. I really wanted to make sure she had the straight black hair and that she had the dark lipstick, and also that I didn't take away because she's monolitted, and a lot of my eyeshadows took that away, so I had to be careful, but I think she looks fantastic. And I can't wait to see what she gets up to. Hopefully it's not this, but we'll see. Kaya, you should have better taste. You should have better taste. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. No, we'll see. Which leads us, of course, to the Fox family that I had a lot of fun with as well. This is probably the first family that I already knew where I wanted to take them. Like for the 15-year in the future thing. Immediately I was like, I know where this is going. Also, I just got a package. Awesome! I'm making a new headset cover, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's going to take me forever to do. So, Bill, I wanted to give him, because he's a underwater demolitionist and he's oceanographer, so I wanted to give him kind of updated professor energy. I kept the facial hair, even though it kills me. I gave him kind of he's douchey, so the hair is douchey, but it's by itself, the hair is not douchey. It's just very styled. And yeah, turtleneck, I wanted to give him that kind of energy, because if Kaya is interested in him, he can't be a total schlep. So that's where I went with Bill. Lisa, I wanted to give her, which apparently she does not approve. Now she got robbed. She had like a cute little 50s housewife dress, and I wanted to keep to that, so I gave her this cute little lemon dress. Her hair was shorter, but you can't really tell how long it is. Yeah, you got robbed. Sorry, honeybee. You can't really tell how short it is in this bun, and obviously she just had twins, so her hair's a little bit messier. And I gave her some freckles, but I kept the makeup pretty plain and simple. Other than that, because again, she just had twins. And then Chloe, I really wanted to go punk rocker teenager with her. Again, I give her hair that's a little bit longer probably, but it's super cute. Gave her some freckles, really went ham on the makeup. And I think she looks like a hardcore bassist. We'll have to see what happens to her in the future. She's so angry looking too. I just love it. And then I put the skull bandana on the dog that we got because that's necessary. I love Screech. He's so cute. So yeah, we'll have to see. I didn't bother with the babies. We'll have to see what happens to this lovely little family because I'm pretty sure they fell back in love. Yeah. We'll have to see what happens with them because something tells me it's not going to be good. But who knows? I think we just have one more family left. I think it's just the Cupcakes. The makeovers actually took me a really long time. It's kind of embarrassing, but I just wanted to get them right. No, we have two. So we have the Gold family, who live in the only modern-looking house in the neighborhood. I like the idea that maybe he built that house where they used to live, maybe bulldozed the old family home and moved back from the city because he wanted his brother to have the idyllic childhood kind of thing. Because it's the only thing that would really make sense. I'm pretty sure they have relatives in the cemetery. So yeah, Alex had long hair, but it was like tied up in a little rat tail looking thing and I couldn't stand it, so I gave him just long hair. Left the facial hair, changed his eyebrows, and just kind of put him in a suit, but not like super fancy, because that's how he looked originally, was just kind of a little bit dressed up. As for Ethan, come on buddy, get out of the shower. We would like to review your makeover, buddy. So, this is not the... Can you? Thank you. I just gave him kind of suspenders, rolled up pants, a little bit nerdy. I don't know why they go over his shoulders like that, but it's fine. And he's just got this little sad boy look, so I gave him kind of floppy hair as well. And we'll have to see if his love of the stars continues as he grows, and if Alex actually gives up his life of crime, of course he's taking a bubble bath, to suit his lovely fiance, who he definitely wants to marry. And I'm pretty sure that's a big sticking point for her. So again, I feel like I keep saying it, but we're gonna have to find out. Now we're on the Cupcake family, which is the last family. I like that they're over here too, because this is like the bridge between the business district. So it makes sense that her cake shop is there. Although slight pet peeve that her last name is Cupcake, but she makes cakes. She should make cupcakes if her name is Cupcake. She should lean in on it. These were actually the last makeovers that I did. Alright, so Camellia, still not sure about how to pronounce that. She was in kind of like a longer version of the 50s housewife dress, but I felt like this suited her a little bit better. It's still the same length, still the same cut and everything, just a little bit more relaxed and floral. She had hair half up, so I gave her like this little bun. I'm pretty sure she had that jewelry on. I couldn't remember. It's hard to remember when you go using the inseminator? Yeah, when you use this temporal adjuster, it doesn't tell you what jewelry they had, so I couldn't remember. But yeah, she's so cute. Her new eyebrows just make the face. And then April, She had like a barrette, but I decided to go with this kind of more casual look. It's not completely back, like there could be barrettes there, but I didn't have any CC barrettes. And she had like the boho outfit, so I just gave her this really casual looking dress. And Dora wasn't part of the neighborhood originally, but since we saw her on our playthrough, I did give her a little outfit, and hopefully they're actually going to pay attention to her now. Instead of woohooing as their celebratory, oh, we're parents now, we're going to leave her outside and woohoo. You know, hopefully they take care of that. So yeah, we're going to have this family grow a bit, and for the last time, see where they end up. We'll hopefully get rid of the wedding setup at some point. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I had a lot of fun doing this. The next video is going to be the 15 years in the future. After that, I will be back to our regular scheduled programming, so no more Monday and Thursday videos. I just did it for this kind of Summerville special. And yeah, if you like this video, please give it a like, and I'll see you in the next one.